the possible organized crime RICO, sex traffic RICO. You know, people be talking about it. It's like it's like the details are there, like the devil is on the details. And we're gonna be talking about it Sunday. And it seems that, if you ask me, is word in the street all the way from the West Coast. We're gonna try to be talking about the 4 extra alleged contract with Adam 22 and No Jumper. Is conversations coming from the West Coast? I'm gonna give you a tease. Is conversations coming from the West Coast saying therefore extra is not in contract with Adam 22, and what Adam 22 is doing is blackballing for extra, so that way if Adam don't get the gravy of everything, for extra will not be able to be successful in interviews, will not be able to be successful moving on with his media content if he's not with No Jumper. Because word on the street said we don't know nothing, but word in the street is that Adam 22 is blackballing for extra, and also allegedly for extra is not in contract with Adam 22, and everything was at play. So all the company and all the content creators be afraid of negotiating with for extra, thinking that they're gonna get in legal troubles with No Jumper. We're gonna be talking about that Sunday. We're gonna try to connect with the source. We're gonna try to connect with the brand, the Cloudy Team Max 5000. We're gonna try to have in our show, probably and hopefully via the phone. We're gonna be talking to Tough Stino. Big shout out to Tough Stino and the Republic. Big shout out, and it hit different. We're gonna move on in many different topics. This channel is here for you to have your conversation, your entertainment. We are gonna versify our content. We're gonna be talking about paranormal true crime. We're gonna be talking about celebrity true crime. And we're going to be talking about true crime. I hope y'all here for the ride, because I am. Big shout out, and it hit different. Let's continue with the hearing and listen to the defense team and their excuses of why they don't want this open. Again, in my opinion, it's excuses, because why are you going to argue for it? Unless you're trying to attack the plea and you try to preserve the public opinion. Let's continue. Different.
Your Honor, there is not, but if there's further argument, Ms. Barlow will be making that argument on behalf of the defense.
All right. And to be fair, Ms. Olson, was there anything you felt was important to add that was not contained within your briefing?
Your Honor, we would just briefly say in response to the defendant's brief, we certainly understand the expressed concern about the media coverage of their client. We don't think continuing the non-dissemination order helps that at all. It simply continues to limit the ability of the members of the press to reach out to the people who know the most about the case. It doesn't obligate them to say anything. We also understand that they expressed that there was a due process right related to the sentencing. I read the case that they submitted. I think that there is obviously a due process right at sentencing, but I don't think that case is really it doesn't provide any guidance to the court here, because that was about information provided to the court. And given the very limited scope, and we understand it's very important, but given the very limited scope of what's to be decided at the sentencing, we don't think the arguments that Mr. Kohberger made should outweigh at this stage, the First Amendment rights of our clients. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, in light of that response by the media outlets or interested outlets, Ms. Barlow, do you want to add anything?
I would only say, Your Honor, as this court is well aware, the publicity in this case is so extensive and emotions are already so high that adding fuel to the fire of media interviews or a rush to interview people as they leave the courthouse or enter the courthouse would only increase the concerns that the defense has. And even though the plea has a specific sentence attached to it, as this court is well aware, things happen in plea hearings and, sentencing hearings. And to minimize the possibility of that, we request that this order stay in place.
All right, thank you. All right, as the court has considered the petition, frankly, the court was prepared at the time the plea was entered to lift the non-dissemination order in order to give the parties time to evaluate that and to ensure I wasn't missing anything. When both sides objected, I agreed to continue the non-dissemination order. I also indicated that I would have the potential to look at that again before sentencing because frankly, I anticipated the motion from somebody, in this case, the Ms. Olson and her clients, was likely to be coming. At this point, I do not believe the purpose of the non-dissemination order, the primary purpose, which is to ensure that we can seat a impartial jury, is any longer at play. The concerns identified by the defendant, while certainly not to minimize those, they are concerns and they are significant concerns. I do not think, however, the non-dissemination order and the right of the public to information is outweighed or outweighs those rights, I should say. And frankly, I don't think that lifting the non-dissemination order will meaningfully impact those concerns. I mean, the media frenzy, as it has been described, will continue regardless. It is a little bit like a, water will find low ground. In this case, the media is going to write about something regardless about this case. The lifting the non-dissemination order does not require the counsel or others who were previously bound by it to speak. And the state has indicated they don't intend to until after the sentencing. And certainly I would hope that the media interests would respect those positions and give people the space that they need and request. In terms of, for example, the defendant's family and others coming and going at the sentencing, we intend to have, as we did before, appropriate security measures in place to ensure that they, as well as the victims, are allowed to get in and out unscathed by the media, if that's what they wish to do, or if they wish to speak to the media, they can do that as well. At this point, I just don't think that I can justify the continuation of the non-dissemination order. I think the rights of the public to information in this case is paramount, given the fact that a plea has been entered in this case, and so I'm going to lift the non-dissemination order. But I want to
and you see, I said it when I started the live stream, I was not expecting Judge Hippler to lift the gag order. That actually did surprise me. Yeah, I think he want to look like he's doing some work, I totally agree with Amy Conway. Like, I really, in my opinion, I don't think the Judge Hippler went through all Layton County, Layton County files. I don't. I could be wrong again, but if he went through those files, he should have sound more informed than what he sounds right now. Amy Conway say he never did get them or read it and review. Judges, when transferred to you, this was all planned. That's why he didn't care, in my opinion. But now, Sucker, you gotta read all Thompson dirty work. Indeed, because he do not sound informed. He hesitate a lot to speak. I don't know if that's like a speech signature, because you know some people have like speech signatures, like when they speak. It's certain it's certain things that they do when they speaking. Like, you know, I don't need, yeah, like Amy, I don't know. Listen, I'm not even trying to be, I'm not trying to even sound funny. It's like he do not sound informed. He does sound like he hesitate to say what he want to say. That he's not really sure of what he's talking about. But he does this, he does that. I call it mumbling. I call it mumbling. He does the that right there. That does not give me no type of security of me feeling like, you know what, that judge is on point. You know what, he pretty sharp. He pretty sharp. Like he's up there. You know what I mean?